All right, Bang Bang. Today is Monday, October 14th, Chicago Dog Walk. Guest of the day, of course, Carl Mondays. Carl, how are you?
Good. How are you, Ed?
Doing good. So we're in our first day of our new studio. So if you're watching the video feed that gets posted every night, what's going on? How do you think our new studio setup is going?
I like the paint. The paint is Tundra. You picked it out, Ed?
I did not pick it up. Chief's mom picked it out. So
Chief's mom picked it out?
Shout out to Marianne, yeah.
And a good navy on the accent wall. People said accent walls are out. Accent walls are in.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accent walls were popular a long time ago. It's another dog walk, Ed.
Interesting. Yeah. So you know all that shit. Like we talked about rugs, and you like came out of nowhere, and you're a rug guy. So
Well, you know,
yeah,
I've had to furnish a lot of apartments. We've talked about this.
yeah, we have because it's oddly enough what we're going to talk about today is me going back to college, my college town, going to visit for homecoming. I remember you talking once about how you had a realization when you were like what 20? I don't know,
He's like
28.
20.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean 26, 25.
I think it's around there. Maybe 26.
Where you used to hang up all like your baseball jerseys, whatever,
Yeah.
and like someone was like, Carl, like you
Yeah.
need some real decorations. This is
That was 27 years old. I was 27 years old, and I was living with this guy, and his wife is like a famous interior decorator. I shouldn't say that. She's more than that. A lifestyle blogger, all this stuff. She's got this huge thing, but like part of her thing is like interior design, decorating, design, all this shit, like before and after stuff. And she took one look at the apartment that he and I were living in when she first came over and almost had a heart attack. Was like, why is your jersey hanging on the wall? Like, no girl wants to see a movie poster in your living room, you dumbass.
But what I love is that's the only thing you didn't let die because you have a movie poster of Casablanca that's from your dad's basement.
Yeah, my
right?
dad gifted me this Casablanca poster. And it's the first thing we bought the house in 1980, and it's the first thing we hung on the walls. I want you to have it.
That's great because everything's gone since then. Like you've found like art and shit in your new place, and obviously you're married now. But the Casablanca poster is the one thing that's
It's a classic.
not
I'll always have that. I'll always have that poster. Now you're going down to homecoming. I got to ask you, like, what did you hang in your dorm room freshman year?
I think I bought like the classic. I think I bought the classic Goodfellas poster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you have a college poster?
I did not have a college poster. No, you're talking about the Belushi one, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Did
No,
you
I
have like a
not.
beer sign? Did you have any of that cool stuff?
I didn't. We were pretty bare bones, but like when I shouldn't say I had the Goodfellas poster was like one of those things when I moved into a new room and like the frat house, it was already up, and I was like, yeah, like I like that. You know what I mean? So it's not like I went out of my way to buy it, but yeah, we were pretty bare. I've always been just kind of a bare wall guy.
Are you guys so you're going down this weekend, you're staying, where are you staying?
Yeah, so what's interesting is I have not gone down since I graduated. For homecoming, I should say. I have not gone down for homecoming since I graduated. So I don't know, I think this is something a lot of people can relate to, going back down to school when you're kind of a washed up,
How many people are you going down there with?
There's like 15 of us. But here's what brought us out. Here's what brought out of the retirement. Here's what led us to one last match.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah. So Carbondale, where I went to school, Southern Illinois, they had like a genius move. So like enrollment's down like across the fucking board in the state, besides like Illinois and like Illinois State. So SAU, they closed a dorm, and so they had a genius move where they're opening up the dorms for alumni homecoming weekend.
Just amazing.
I'm not going to pass up the opportunity to live like a fucking...
Wait, now, is it just homecoming weekend, or is it any weekend, like, you can come down and...
Just homecoming.
Okay.
That's it. One shot, Charlotte.
Well, like, I like that. They could have... What if they just had, like, a dorm hotel room style, and, like, you could come down for any weekend you wanted, like, Southern Illinois offered... Even me... I didn't go to Southern. I would do that. I'd go down there for a weekend, and they like put together like a dorm room package for you in your late 20s, early 30s.
You were just down there for you went for I don't know what's your summer trip, right?
Yeah,
with your wife. Yeah, you would stay at the dorms or not? That'd be
100%. If I could go back and stay at the dorm, I'm jealous of you.
No, yeah. So that's why it was like wow, like this is gonna be like you're gonna be 18 again.
I'd be
weird.
willing to bet most people listening to this have like the chills thinking about being back in the dorms. How many people from the neighborhood are you going down there with? Because I know a couple of your buddies went to Southern with you.
Yeah, so there's at least like two or three of us. You
guys are going to drive down there together.
Yeah, hit I-57 south.
That might be the best part of homecoming is the drive down.
The drive down. Listen, everyone hates the drives. I love the drives.
The drive down. I'm not saying anything about the drive back.
The drive back
I
is
love a
rough.
drive down.
Drive down's nice. You're a little jacked up, and usually you leave late because everyone we're leaving. And the dorms, by the way, steal of a deal. Thursday through Sunday, 3 nights for $120 flat.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
What type of amenities? Can you use the gym? Can you guys go get like a swim in the pool or like?
Well, if you wanted to, if you paid an extra, I think $30, you get a
No.
you get a dining
No.
room plan. I swear to God.
No.
Yes, so you can get a plan at the dining hall, which we didn't do because
I want to know who got the. I want to know who got it seriously. Like who bought the dining hall plan and was like,
it's a nice
this
package.
is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, do you think anybody's gonna bring kids? Can you bring your kid?
That's a great question.
Wow.
They're gonna probably. I mean, I would hope someone would not bring their kid to the dorm.
Do you think anybody's gonna be hooking up in the dorms?
I'm sure they will be for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I'm bringing a screwdriver. We might take off the door and play some pong in the hallway. You know, no, I would.
Oh my God, man, this is gonna be so exciting. Are you now? You're not gonna go back to the frat house? You will go back to the frat house?
We're gone.
Kicked off?
Yeah, they're
That's
booted.
right.
Yes, they're gone. Which we still have to do a frat episode for sure.
We're gonna do a frat episode, but the great thing about going back to the frat house is like it really hasn't changed. I'm sorry you can't go back, but I know for like anytime you go back, you like look at the house, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, for sure. But you know what the biggest the biggest difference I would say is that like nowadays, because I was just down there a couple weeks ago for a wedding, but nothing to do with the college, was just kind of in the town. Is like I'm still like rattled by Uber being a thing in college. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, the idea of having. Okay, so let's talk about that because the cab game, the hustle game, was like, all right, can I get the big van? I get 10 guys. We'll do $2 a head, and then you're in the van. You're getting $2 from everybody. Yo, give me $2.
Yeah. Then of course this guy only got 20. So you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
all right, dude, we'll never see that $2, but like, you better fucking have it next time.
Right. But that was a thing. That was a rush. Like, and then our house was like way off campus. So if we were like, it was, I shouldn't say off campus, it was on the outskirts. But if we were going back to the house or going on like to the bars and stuff, we had a guy's like cell phone number who just drove like a big yellow van. I don't even know if it was like a registered taxi. And this guy was like the official taxi driver for the ATO house.
It's so key to find that guy.
Like I just
it's so
picture
key.
this guy's bald head and the sideburns and like, get on in, boys.
Yeah, that's so key to find the guy who doesn't work there, but like is not an official cab driver, but you.
But
have
why
his
are you
number.
freaked out about Uber?
Because it's just well, number one, how you got around back then is like obviously there was pledges who drove you around. That was a big
Yeah,
thing.
you have to have the silver pledges.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that was just a mode of transportation. And then besides that, it was like you would drive. You would just not, someone would not drink or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, would you take the bus at all?
No, I mean like freshman year, I think I took the bus to Walmart once.
Did your dad give you the advice like, hey, when you get down there, take the bus and like, I feel like that's dad advice. Like when you get down there, take the bus all over campus and get a feel for the routes so you know when you need to take it, like where you can expect it to be.
Yeah, I mean, that was always the biggest bullshit. I don't know if it was like that at Illinois, but it's like, oh, it's a far campus. Like if you got one end, you got a class on the other end, like just hop on the bus.
Yeah.
Like that, like
Real windy.
Yeah, it's like, did people do that there? Like, was that like
no,
no. Yeah, but
the weirdos. There was like a weird guy on the baseball team who took the bus to like practice and stuff.
Did
What are
he
you
really?
talking about, man? It's part of like the fucking fees we pay.
Yeah.
It's like,
What's the
oh,
bus's
God.
name? The Illini.
Like the 26.
The 26.
Yeah.
The Saluki Express is.
Oh,
what-
the Saluki Express. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. Illini Express, some bullshit.
Yeah, probably.
It's been a while. Are you gonna go out bars? Like, what's your scene? Are you gonna give it the old college, Eddy?
So what's awesome and probably the most underrated thing by far about Carbondale and just Southern Illinois in general, not even the college town, but it kind of goes hand in hand, is the wineries.
Have we talked about this?
I don't know if we have.
I did it when my wife went down there for her birthday in August, and we did like a little wine trip in there. And the wine gets you so fucked up. It's different wine, Ed.
It is, man, and
so good.
Exactly, and that was what we did. Like everyone's like I brought intern DC down there for the college tour, and I brought him to a winery, and he's like, how often would you guys come here? I was like, dude, we went here a lot. Like that's just what you did.
Yeah.
Like I went early in the semester when it was warm. And then a late spring semester, you just
There's
went to the
something funny
wineries.
about a city guy like you going out to these farms drinking. And let me say that I know someone's gonna say, Carl, it's not a farm, it's a vineyard. They're actually kind of like farmy though.
Yeah,
Like it is a farm community.
Yeah, and it's just like they're mostly in the middle of the woods actually, and it's kind of, and it's like it's just people drinking sangria. Like I don't like I'm not a wine guy, So you're just drinking this sangria, you're getting fucked up. Just a little cheese plate, whatever. So it's just a great experience.
So you're excited to go back for the vineyards.
Yes.
And then what else?
That's the best thing.
Oh,
Well,
hold on. Late night food. I know you've got one spot circled. Tell me what's your spot.
You know what? Late night. There's not much late night. There's a place called Sam's, but it's kind of like this place. I swear to God, I don't know how they passed the health code. You open the door and it's like a chimney of smoke comes in your face. Like it's one of those places. So, but as far late night, there's a lot of other places. There's a lot of
You have spots?
Yeah. There's a couple good pizza places, some good Asian places. For
really?
Sure. Yeah. So we actually,
because you are particular, like you have you hold everybody to the same standard. Like you'll hold the same spot to like your Johnny's Beef standard.
Yeah. Carbondale has some good Asian down there, dude. Yeah, surprisingly. But you know what they don't have there, Carl?
What?
JP Graziano's. We're back. Listen, it's been a couple weeks. I'll be honest. I've been missing JP's a little bit.
Are you going down there to expand on behalf of JP Graziano's? You should take a box of subs and hand them out to the college kids because the oil will merit. It's perfect, Ed.
That'd be great too.
Yes.
Maybe I'll look at some spots on there. Maybe Jim wants to start JP Graziano South.
I think it's a great business plan. They don't have good cannolis in Carbondale. Last time I checked,
they don't have good cannolis. They don't. The good sub place close. So Jim, let me know. Give me a few business cards to toss around down there.
Yeah.
JP Graziano's 901 West Randolph. Use the code walk or dog walk. Sorry. Now, see, Graziano's has slipped my mind here because I used walk for promo codes the last 2 weeks. Dog walk is the promo code at JP Graziano's.
And if you go in there and you say Eddie, you get an extra punch.
You get an extra punch.
I was in there last Friday. I got an extra punch. I was having lunch with a couple buddies from the CPD, and I got the muffaletta. And they have different bread for each sandwiches. It's not like it's unbelievable. They're so thoughtful.
It is.
The reason we got this bread is because I liked it with this. Unbelievable.
Very good. I actually tried a few new subs. I'm going to talk about later in the week. So there's some good ones. I was appreciative of it. So jpgraziano.com. Enter the code DOGWALK for 10% off your order of pickup or delivery. Say Eddy sent you. All right. Yeah. So,
I love you, Jim.
Yeah. But what I don't know, we'll probably hit the bar, like obviously the bars at night or whatever. But you know what I can't do anymore? You know what I think the biggest difference is?
What?
I think you get to an age though where you can go back, you could drink whatever, but you can't drink the draft beer at those bars.
No, because they don't clean the taps.
No, they
That's
don't.
so disgusting. You get it in the plastic cup.
Yes, the plastic cup.
The 10-ounce plastic cups.
Like, looking back, I can't believe we drank so much of that fucking
Pitchers
draft
of
beer.
it. And, do you think they were cleaning the pitchers? They were just probably picking the pitchers out of the fucking garbage can at the end of the night, rinsing them out.
Yeah, dude. Some asshole bouncer who's like, I just had to break up like 18 fights. I'm not going to go wash this fucking Coors Light pitcher out.
I don't give a fuck about these kids.
Yeah, we're lucky if he's giving it a Dunkin' and some water.
Are you going to be drinking cups of shots? Is that a thing? Does you go to the college bar? You're like, let me get a cup of shots.
Yeah, like
only at a college campus can you order a cup of shots.
Little plastic ones, right?
What would happen if we were out? Let's go out somewhere classy. Let's go to the Viagra Triangle or
Yeah.
And we'll be like, hey, we're at Carmine's. Hey, can we get a?
I want a plastic cup.
Let's go over to Gibson's for a cup of shots.
And you know what else is big in college is like you forget too. I just brought up the bouncer, 18 fights. Like you forget. Those youngsters, those kids are looking to fucking brawl.
Yeah, so like, what if someone sees you and they're like, "That's the fucking guy from Barstool"?
I'll be like,
"Yo,
no,
fucking crack him, man."
It's not me. I'm not. You
He's
get to an age where you're like,
fan?
yeah, you get to an age where you're like, I'm not fighting anybody. You know what I mean?
At all.
And like those kids, like you just remember those days. It's like
Terrified to even mention a fight with college kids.
Yeah, exactly. So
just ruthlessness. Well, good luck when you get down there. Do you have like any professors you're gonna go see? Any like office hours?
I don't have anything like that. I have our old fraternity advisor. He was my guy. I usually see him, meet up with him for a JMO on the rocks, and just kind of bullshit for about an hour.
Who do they play?
I don't even know, dude.
Okay, but are you guys going to the game, or are you guys just getting fucked up?
We'll go to the tailgate. Probably won't go to the game.
Okay.
I mean, come on. Would you go to the game, Illinois?
I mean, I'd go to I was gonna go down this weekend. They play Michigan. By the way, plus 23. That's not a bad bet.
It's a terrible bet.
It's a terrible bet. No, it's not. And then Cam's closes next weekend, and it's homecoming. So, like, I should probably get down there.
You should, man.
I know. I should, but I was down there. I went really hard last year at Cam's, like, out of the blue. and like really tied it on. And had one of those nights there, and my wife was with me, and we were leaving. I was like, I think that was it at Cam's. Like, I think that was it. We did it. Like,
you were happy with the way.
Yeah, we
you
like
went out.
shut it down. I was talking to the bartenders, while they're like counting the money and stuff. Like, that's when you're having a good night at a college bar.
Yeah, like you're helping, you're chipping, you're throwing a couple cups away.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you're putting the stools up, even though you don't work there.
We've
Like,
done that before, yeah. Because one time, like, they just let us drink like a half hour later. Hey, we'll do you a solid. We'll throw a couple stools
they'd pour a couple shots for you, close the doors, music be playing, they'd let you clean up the bar.
We'll throw up the wet floor signs.
If you get to that point, Ed, FaceTime me this weekend.
All right,
I'll get up. I want to be a part of that moment with you.
No, I will. If we go that late, we will definitely do that. But yeah, Cam's, man. I had the opportunity to go there once. That's a spot for sure. I mean, I
can smell it from here. It's sad. It's sad to say goodbye to Cam's. Cam's a place my parents went and drank heavily at. I opened. Here's a quick one for you. In I think it was 79, Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird for the national championship. Michigan State in February played at Assembly Hall. They lost. They got upset. Number 1 team. My parents went down to the game. They were like dating or something, or maybe engaged. I don't know, but. My dad was like, yeah, we got all fucked up at Cam's afterwards, man. And I remember hearing that story in college and being like, you were partying at Cam's? Oh, fuck yeah. And I was like, whoa. That was because that's the part of life, I think, where you're kind of like, you're getting, it's not so much dad as it is Mark, and like, you know what I mean? So you're like at the bar and you're like, holy shit, when you were my age, you were coming down here and doing this shit?
You were actually able to visualize your dad being a college person.
And Cam's has that with like, if you went to Illinois and like someone older in your family went to Illinois, like you've definitely gotten hammered in Cam's together. So I think that's the sentiment. As far as the bar's concerned, it's a shithole. The place smells like absolute trash.
Yeah.
There's like, our camera guy's nodding his head authoritatively. It smells like shit.
Yeah, but Nathan Shielhouse gave my friend a shot there.
Did he?
I don't think he drank.
I had Jake Peavy and I did a Jaeger bomb there. My girlfriend in college was a bartender at Camp. She called me up. I was at the fraternity house. I was pledging. She was like, you wouldn't believe it, but some guy named like Jake Peavy is in here and everybody's going nuts about him. I'm like, what the I don't care. She's like, yeah, some baseball player just won some award. I'm like, Jake Peavy? He had just won the Cy Young Award like a day or two before. So I told one guy, I'm like, hey, cover for me. I'm going to leave. So I leave the frat house. I'm like, oh, whatever. If I get in trouble, I don't give a fuck. Go right in, see Jake Peavy. And I'm like, holy, no one's talking to him. Roy Oswald's standing there because they had a little hunting farm, maybe like 30 minutes outside Champaign. There's like a big deer hunting place. And so Roy Oswald was surrounded by college girls. Really? And Jake Peavy was sitting alone with a hat pulled over his eyes. So I just pulled up a stool next to him, was like, hey, man, I play on the baseball team here. I'm not very good, and I like idolize you. Like, can I buy you a drink? And he was like, boy, man, I got a couple of Jaeger bombs already coming for you, man. Have a seat. He was the coolest guy in the world. I got about 5-10 minutes with him.
That's incredible.
So there's probably my best Cam story. You said Nathan Shielhouse. I'm sorry to one up you with Jake Peavy the day he got the Cy Young Award. That's so me. I'm sorry to do that.
No. That's I'm happy you told that because my next question obviously was going to be what the fuck is Jake Peavy doing at Cam's?
Yeah.
But that makes sense. He was with Roy Oswald doing some
It was
hunting.
so cool.
That's awesome. Did you see him go Cubs go?
No, we didn't. But I was like, dude, like, congrats on the Cy Young, and I'll never forget this. He was like, no, man, congrats on walking on the Illinois team. Because, of course, I told him, like, yeah, I walked on a team. I'm not very good. I'm trying to get some time, like, blah, blah, blah. He was like, no, man, like, if you walked on it, he's like, I've always been good. Like, but if you walked on, like, that means a lot. I was like, how can you spin this around on me? This was, if you go back when he won the Cy Young, he was literally the most, it was
awesome.
Unbelievable.
Awesome.
And he's like 5'11", 6 foot.
Monster.
Thick ass hands.
Loved him.
Yeah.
Jake Peavy was awesome.
At Cam's, yeah, he was so cool.
Jake Peavy was
I would love to get Jake Peavy on one of these shows. So if someone knows Jake Peavy, throw him out here.
Yeah, reach out. Carl, all right, it was fun. Probably next Monday we'll recap what happened.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear. Be safe.
Yeah.
Okay, be safe, buddy.
I will. All right, everybody, that's it for today. We'll catch you tomorrow.